If you've ever walked away from an argument with the narcissist feeling confused, drained, or like reality just got twisted all around, you're not alone. Welcome to the Are You Annie podcast. And today we're talking about why you'll never win that fight and why that realization can actually set you free. Because the truth is, the narcissist isn't trying to resolve anything. They want to win, control the narrative. They need to dominate your emotions and ultimately control your sense of reality. And once you see that clearly, everything starts to make sense. With the narcissist, it's not about the truth. It's all about the control. They don't argue the way most people do. For you, the goal might be understanding, clarity, or just being heard. But for them, the goal is simple: to maintain control. They want to control the situation, the story, and you. And they'll twist your words, they'll move the goalpost in mid-sentence, and they'll reframe your intentions. They'll bring up ancient history or shift the blame with surgical precision. It's like you're playing chess and they're flipping the board and demanding an apology from you. When you try to stay calm and rational, they escalate until you look like the one who's losing control. And that's because narcissists aren't debating, they're performing. They need to come out on top, even if it means completely rewriting what happened. And in the process, they will tear you down and don't care. So let's talk about one of the most bizarre and disorienting tactics the narcissist will use during an argument. They'll pretend to know what you did, felt, or what you meant. Does that sound familiar? They have no problem telling you exactly what you did, what you were thinking at the time, and what your intentions were, even if they weren't there. And worse, even if it never happened at all. They'll say things like, "I know what you were really doing yesterday. You said that to hurt me. Don't lie to me." Or, "You don't have to say it. I can tell by your face exactly what you're thinking." And suddenly, you're not arguing about something real. You're defending yourself against a fictional narrative that the narcissist constructed. And they're going to accuse you of feelings that you didn't even have, actions you didn't take, and words you never said. And when you push back and say you're lying, it's like being put on trial for something that never happened with a judge who's already decided that you're guilty, right? And the more you try to explain, the deeper the trap gets, because now you're stuck proving that something didn't happen to someone who doesn't care about the truth. They're not trying to understand you. They're trying to wear you down, to make you doubt yourself, to bait you into reacting so they can point to you and say, "See, you're unstable. You are the problem." Arguing with someone who plays by those rules is like playing a game with no finish line, and the cost is always your peace. There's another mind game they play. It's reframing the whole argument right in the middle of it. If they can confuse you or make you question yourself, they win. You'll be talking about something real, something that hurt you. Maybe they crossed a boundary or said something cruel to you. And then suddenly the narcissist says, "This isn't about that. What this is really about is how you always twist things." Or they'll say, "You're only upset because of what happened last month. You never got over it." And just like that, the focus shifts. The issue you brought up, it's gone. Now you're arguing about their version of the problem or something completely different, often exaggerated and maybe even made up. When you try to bring it back to the original point, you know what they're going to do? They're going to accuse you of being unreasonable or obsessed. It's maddening because now you're not just defending yourself, you're trying to untangle the argument itself. This tactic is meant to wear you down, keep you off balance, and keep the power in their hands. And if it makes you emotional, that just becomes more proof in their mind that you're the one with the problem. The narcissist just doesn't want to be right. They need to be superior, even if it destroys you, because they just don't care about you. It's all about them and staying in control of you. Being wrong threatens their fragile ego, doesn't it? So if they have to lie, deflect, or attack your character to win, they will. Have you ever had the narcissist project their worst traits on you? I'm sure they have. It's like they call you a pathological liar. And it's so hurtful. And they'll bring up old wounds, maybe things that you ended up apologizing for, to throw you off balance, to confuse you. They'll interrupt, talk over you, change the subject, or weaponize your words to humiliate you. And the more you try to defend yourself, the more ammunition they gather, because to them, your pain is just part of their performance, and your truth just doesn't matter. You can never win a game where only one person's voice is allowed to matter. What to do instead? Well, let's think about it. You can stop trying to win, because you know that you never will. Stop defending yourself in a game that's rigged for you to lose. And don't argue for the narcissist's approval. You protect your peace, and that might mean walking away in mid-conversation. It might mean saying, I'm not having this discussion now, or using the gray rock method, which means giving no emotional reaction at all. It will feel unnatural at first, especially if you're used to trying to explain yourself. But it's not your job to convince somebody else who's not listening to you. It's your job to take care of yourself, your heart, your energy. Now, what that looks like is going to be different for everyone. You get to choose what's safe and what's right for you in that very moment. It isn't about making the dramatic exit or proving anything. It's about quietly reclaiming your energy and whatever feels safest and strongest to you. Because as we've been saying, you're never going to win an argument with a narcissist, but you can win something bigger: your clarity and your dignity, your freedom from the emotional war that they kept trying to drag you into. That's a big win. And it's definitely not weakness. It's power. For those new to my podcast, I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney and author of Undercurrent, a story about Annie who breaks free from a narcissistic marriage. Annie isn't just one person. Annie is anyone who has ever experienced narcissistic abuse. And Are You Annie is a space to hear you, validate you, and to walk this healing journey with you, because you are not alone here in this space. I want you to remember that you are stronger than you think, and I want you to be tenacious and never give up on what's important to you. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.